All right, so let's dive into this next question here. And in this next question, we really want to just focus on what we're being asked to find. That's the first thing we always do. And so here it says, after how many hours from train A start will they be 40 miles apart? Okay, sounds good. Again, it says, after how many hours from train A start will they be 40 miles apart? So pay very close attention here, my party people. We want to know when, again, after how many hours. So that is a when, that is a time, okay? We're looking for time. And the distance at this time is a distance of 40 miles apart. Everybody, before I continue, does that first part make sense? We're looking for a time frame, and we're looking for that exact time where the distance is 40 miles apart. Okay, good. Because again, the first thing about problem solving, the first step in solving any problem is understanding the goal. So the goal is finding the time when the distance apart equals 40 miles. So my party people, help me out real quick. If I am looking for the time that, the time at which they're 40 miles apart, giving the distance right here, what's the only other detail I'm missing to be able to calculate? What's the only detail I'm missing? I'm looking for the time. I have distance. What's the other detail that I need? Yeah, I need that rate, everybody. If I had that rate, I can solve this. So I will go ahead and just place a little green box right over here around this detail, because the moment that I have my rate that they're moving at together, then we can find out when they are 40 miles apart from each other. So pay attention now. Two trains travel in the same direction. Okay, we're going to come back to that little detail in a moment. Train A starts first at 60 miles per hour. Okay, so let's go ahead and say train A starts first, 60 miles per hour. And then it says train B starts 3 hours later at 80 miles per hour. Ooh, okay. Let's see who else caught that. Train B starts 3 hours later at 80 miles per hour. Train A goes 60 miles per hour. Everybody, is it possible? Is it possible to find out the distance when train A starts? Or excuse me, when train B starts, Yes, it is. Absolutely, everybody. Help me out. If train A is going 60 miles an hour for 3 hours before train B starts, what's that distance that they have to cover? What's that distance going to be? 60 miles an hour multiplied by 3. What's that distance? That is going to be 100 and what? 180. Think about it. It goes 60 miles an hour for 3 hours. That is 180 miles. So that's the distance right over here from here to here that train A covers. Why does that matter? Why is that important? I thought that we only cared about this 40 miles over here. We're trying to find out how long it takes to get to that 40 miles. So everybody, from 180 miles to shave that all the way down to 40 miles, what's the difference there? What's the difference? How many miles do we need to catch up? If we're currently 180 miles apart, but we're trying to shave that down to 40, how many miles do we have to go? Yeah, that's 140. We're trying to find when they're 40 miles apart, so the distance that they are actually traveling is 140 miles. We have to close that gap of 140 miles to be 40 miles apart. So, if you're thinking that this problem is a tough one, absolutely is, because you have to consider this detail here that we have now. And we also need to consider the rate at which train B is catching up to train A. Everyone, help me out. This is a detail that we should all know. When we read same direction, what can we do with those rates? 60 miles an hour and 80 miles an hour. What can we do with those? Yeah, we can absolutely subtract. So when we do that, we are going to have 80 miles per hour minus 60 miles per hour. And that is going to give us 20 miles per hour. All right. So with that said, everybody, we're here. We are catching up at a rate of 20 miles per hour. We are trying to catch up at a distance of 140 miles. My party people, this is its own equation. This is its own equation. This is something that we can plug into to find out how long it'll take to get that 140 miles. Watch. 140 equals 20 miles per hour multiplied by time. Everyone, if we divide by 20, what's 140 divided by 20? What's that going to be? 140 divided by 20, and that's going to give us 7 hours. T equals 7 hours. Everybody, help me out though. Help me out, because if I got 7 hours, how come I don't see 7 hours in the answer choices? What is the one little detail that I'm forgetting? Did we ask how long it'll take train B to get to that 40-mile mark to train A from when train B started? Or was it from when train A started? From where are we calculating, everybody? From where are we calculating? Relative to train A start or relative to train B's start? Yeah, that's relative to train B. This is where reading the problem is just as important as being ready to do the math. It says again, after how many hours, right here, from train A's start? What we figured out is that it'll take 7 hours for train B to get within 40 miles of train A. It takes 7 hours. But that's from when train B starts. Train A had a whole 3 hours of travel time. So that's what we have to consider. We have the 7 hours that we have right here and the 3 hours that train A was already traveling for. Everybody, what is 7 hours plus 3 hours? What does that give us? That, my friends, is 10 hours. And that is going to be answer choice C. Not D, not B, but answer choice C. It'll take 10 hours from when train A starts for train B to get to the 40-mile distance. So, with that, if you believe that this one was a tough one, hey, completely valid. Completely valid. But this is just a problem, a good example to show you that just because we know how to do the problem forward, where we are trying to calculate the distance only, look at how much different it can feel when we switch it to having to calculate a rate or a time. Completely different, right? So this is something that I want you to work towards so you can really build that confidence up step by step.